Listen, you want to speak, you're watching Dumbs and Blazers.
What's going on, everybody, and welcome to GNR Central. Hope you guys are having a good day. And today I want to talk about things that you may have missed in the Don't Cry music video. Now, the opening scene of the video opens up with a baby. Now, one thing you may notice is that the baby's eyes at the beginning of the video are blue, and then at the end of the video, they turn green. The other thing you'll notice is the message that says there's a lot going on. P.S. Thanks, Joseph. So what does that message mean? Well, here's Axel to explain it.
Hi, Axel. Happy holidays.
Thank you.
I had noticed that at the beginning of the Don't Cry video, little baby, started out, he had blue eyes. And then at the end, he had green. And then there was the message, there's a lot going on. P.S. Thanks, Joseph.
Yeah.
Who's Joseph and what's the purpose with the eyes?
Well, the eyes, it was different babies, and it was meant to be that it was two different people. You know, and it was like birth and rebirth, and it was meant to show that, you know, and we just used green eyes because I have green eyes. And there's a lot going on. It means that there's a lot more going on in the world than most people think or care to realize. And Joseph was the guy who, you know, Don't Cry was his favorite song, and he's a DJ out here in Hollywood that keeps a lot of bands alive and keeps people listening to them, and you know, a bit alternative and a bit hard rock, and he works in all the hard rock clubs. And he had got our song, Don't Cry, to the record company in the beginning, and I didn't feel that anybody that he had helped had really thanked him enough. And I knew if I put it on there, it'd be permanent, and if I didn't put his last name, his name's Joseph Brooks, people would like, oh, who's Joseph?
Yeah. Good for you for doing that, and giving somebody else some recognition. Vonnie, thanks for the call.
Something else you may not have noticed is that the beginning scene after the baby's shown when Axel's walking through the snowstorm, if you look under his cape, he appears to be wearing the same red jacket that he wears in the November Rain music video. The next scene is the struggle over the gun between Axel and his then girlfriend Stephanie Seymour. Now, this was inspired by a true event that happened between Axel and his first wife, Erin Everly. In the next scene, during the rooftop performance, you can see Axel briefly wearing a St. Louis Cardinals hat. This is probably a nod to the St. Louis riot that happened a few months prior to the shooting of the Don't Cry music video. The next scene is one of the most obvious things that a lot of fans caught on, which is basically the Where's Izzy sign. Now, Izzy wasn't officially out of the band until November of 91. He played his last show with the band in late August of 1991, and he decided not to show up for the video shoot. He had no interest in doing these big, elaborate, big budget videos. Now, this next one's going to blow your mind. So the girl sitting at the piano next to Axel is an actress named Dylan Taze. Now, chances are you've probably seen her on another huge TV show called Seinfeld. So she appeared on a 1996 episode of Seinfeld for the episode The Calzone. She played Nikki, who was Jerry's girlfriend. So in that episode, Jerry's able to get out of whatever trouble he's in, whether it's a speeding ticket or getting the right kind of Cuban cigars, just by having his girlfriend go talk to the cop or talk to the person who got him the cigars. Now, contrary to popular belief, the girl sitting in Slash's car screaming at him was not his first wife, Renee Saran. Instead, it was a model named Bridgie Grounds. Now, she didn't really act in anything else other than the Don't Cry video, but she's done a number of different photo shoots for different products over the years and fashion lines. Now, the girl who's standing on the steps who throws the glass at Duff McKagan is a better-known actress, so her name was Claire Stansfield, and she's a Canadian actress as well as a model, and she had been featured in several episodes of Xena Warrior Princess. She's been featured in Frasier. She'd been appeared in a number of other TV shows and movies, including Drop Zone, Good Advice, The Favor, and The X-Files. Now, Axel himself pays homage to 3 different bands in the Don't Cry music video. The first one is Jane's Addiction. You can see him wearing the Jane's Addiction shirt during the performance sequence that they do on the rooftop of the Transamerica Center in downtown LA. That's the shirt that Axel's wearing. He's also spotted wearing a Red Hot Chili Peppers shirt when he's talking to his therapist. And then in one of the other shots when he's talking to his therapist, you can see a Nirvana cap next to his left leg. So who's the lady sitting next to Axel on the chair? That's his therapist, Susie London, who would even travel with the band on the Use Your Illusion tour. This is a photo of the two of them in Israel from May of 1993. Ever wondered what the car was that Slash drove off of the cliff in Azusa Canyon? Well, that's a 1966 Shelby GT350H. And the reason I know it took place in Azusa Canyon is because a fan emailed me and sent me a picture of her with Slash during the filming of the Don't Cry music video and said that she heard that Guns N' Roses was filming a video up in Azusa Canyon and she drove up there and ran into Slash. So whatever happened to that guitar that Slash basically throws off the cliff after he's done his first guitar solo? Well, they ended up recovering it and it's hanging in the Rainbow Bar and Grill. Here's Slash telling a story about piecing it together.
Slash, there's so much cool stuff here in the Rainbow, and are there any items that mean something to you here?
There's a couple different things, but the coolest one is this guitar up here, which I demolished shooting, I think it was the Don't Cry video, and
wow.
I threw it off a cliff. And
now, how did they get it back?
I brought it back to them in pieces in that case that's
blue
underneath
case.
it, and somehow they managed to piece it together. It looks pretty good compared to what it looked like when I first gave it back to them. The neck broke, you
Wow,
can see that.
I can see that.
And then the whole bottom of the body came off and whatnot.
And I like it says "Oops" on it.
Yeah. Well, it was all in good fun, right?
Very cool.
Immediately following Slash's guitar solo, when they switch to the next scene with Axl in his doctor's office, you may miss it if you blink, but there's a little photo that they show of Axl and Izzy from their Hollywood Rose days. And this is a screenshot of it, and you can see the Hollywood Rose name in the top right-hand corner. And finally, the last thing I want to leave you guys with is that the cemetery that Stephanie Seymour and Axl are at the beginning of the video looks like the same cemetery from the ending of the November Rain music video. If you look carefully at the graves as well as some of the gravestones, they look very, very similar. Even the way the land is sloped looks the exact same. There was one I didn't mention, and you guys may think, well, Sid, you didn't mention Shannon Hoon, but I thought that was kind of a given. I wanted to go a little deeper and talk about some stuff that maybe wasn't so obvious in the Don't Cry music video. So let me know your thoughts, guys. Was there anything I missed? Let me know in the comment section below, and be sure to hit the like button and subscribe if you love GNR as much as I do, and go check us out on GNRCentral.com for the latest and greatest Guns N' Roses news. Take care.